What's happening, everyone, and welcome back to another TV Box review. Today's TV Box is the Transpeed X4, and this is Transpeed's latest model running on the Amlogic S905X4 chipset. Currently reduced to $57.99 at the time of making this video, this model has some awesome features such as a very fast interface, a root switch, navigation bar and status bar, and other premium features only seen in top models such as Ugoos and A95X. So let's take a look at this model to determine if its features and hardware performance is something you'll be interested in, so stay tuned. Welcome back. This package, which is a combo package, contains the box itself. You get one infrared remote control. For the combo, you get a wireless mini touchpad keyboard. You get one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A DC power adapter, a user manual, and the manual for the mini keyboard. For its design and layout, the entire body is made of plastic with a glossy surface, and it has ventilation hole to the top edges. For connecting ports, it has one HDMI port, one RJ45GB LAN port, one optical audio port, one AV port, and your DC power input. If you turn to the side, it has one USB 3.0 port, one USB 2.0, and a micro SD card slot. To its front has an LED display, and below it has lots of ventilation holes. So the startup of this model is pretty standard, and once completed you are taken directly to the launcher, as there is no full startup wizard to complete. This launcher is called the MS Launcher. It has a simple design consisting of these main icons that cannot be changed and a shortcuts bar. It has a one-click memory cleaner button, and it has a navigation bar and full status bar with system controls. You also have the option to change the default wallpaper from a preloaded selection, or you can use a custom wallpaper. This firmware is built using the Android 11 SDK, and it features 4K display up to 2160p at 59.94Hz as shown by my capture card. You have HDR display with the option to set it to adaptive HDR. You have HDMI CEC options. You have shutdown and restart options when you press and hold the power button on the remote, and the remote turns on the box from an off position. You have 54 various languages to choose from. It has a root switch, hardware monitor features. It has a switch to disable the navigation bar and status bar, and you have the option to disable and enable surround sound audio. Similar to the RBox model, the interface of this launcher is very fast, and not because its CPU is clocked at 2.0 GHz as you will see in a moment, but because its animation scale is set to 0.5x. If you adjust the animation duration scale to 1x, it will start to respond like your standard TV box. This means my exaggeration about the speed of this interface and the one in the RBox model was nothing special. So these are the apps they pre-installed, and I would like to take special note of the AM Media Player, KDMC, which is your Kodi Media Player, the official version of Miracast. You have the Nova Media Player and the Smart YouTube Player. The rest of apps we have grown accustomed to, and they are just as important. This firmware uses the hybrid format where you have Android TV as the base operating system, and it has launcher features from the mobile Android version. This means that the version of the Play Store is Android TV, and to get some of your favorite apps and games that you enjoy on the mobile version will require you to sideload them. Let's take a quick look at its system and hardware information. This model runs on 4GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage with Bluetooth 4.1. Its CPU is a quad-core ARM Cortex A55 CPU clocked at 2.0 GHz, and it only has support for 32-bit applications. It has the Mali G31 GPU with OpenGL ES version 3.2 support. It has dual-band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Its operating system is Android 11 Red Velvet Cake and the box is rooted. It has Vulkan GPU support version 1.1. Its idle operating temperature is around 64 degrees Celsius. And it has decoders for Dolby Atmos, DTS audio, and it has Dolby Vision decoders. The root switch featured in this model provides instant root, which means you don't have to restart the box to switch between modes. Due to its core operating system being Android TV OS, it comes with the Android TV version of YouTube. With this version, you can watch YouTube videos in 4K 2160p resolution at 60Hz, and here's the Stats for Nerds information. But if you want to take it a step further and access features such as HDR and AV1 formats, you can use the preloaded Smart YouTube TV version. And here's the Stats for Nerds information. For casting, it comes pre-installed with the official version of Miracast that can cast your mobile devices in HD quality. However, when I attempted to cast my mobile device, it wouldn't connect. So instead I used the AirScreen app that uses Android's default casting feature in 480p. For customizing your TV box experience, here I installed an alternative launcher called the Nova Launcher that gives you advanced features such as long-click menu pop-ups, drag and drop shortcuts, and custom wallpapers. However, live wallpapers don't work. For those who use the screen orientation feature to portrait mode when you apply Android to vertical monitors, like the ones seen in shopping malls, pharmacies, and convenience stores, when I attempted to rotate the display to portrait mode, it does not work. When you set the box's display to 4K 10-bit color space, you get HDR and HDL HDR formats. So I'll play one HDR video and one HLG HDR video to see if it triggers the feature on my LG TV, and we'll also monitor for smoothness of playback. So this test shows that it has HDR and HGL HDR video output. It also played the 4K videos smoothly. Here I have it connected to my 7.1 audio receiver, and I will now test for surround sound audio formats.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels.
So this test shows that it can output Dolby Atmos, DTS Neural X, which is a DTS upscaler, and it has Dolby Surround. You don't get a DTS X or Dolby True HD. For Bluetooth connectivity, here I connected my gamepad and the connection is stable and it has excellent range up to 30 feet 9 meters behind walls and doors. One feature in this model that I have not seen in similar models is the fact that it can convert a 2GB SD card to shared internal storage. This is great, as most TV boxes can't go past 64GB via SD. They can do it via USB, but not SD. I'll now play a couple of games to test its graphics rendering performance, monitor for overheating, and to test for gamepad key mapping capability.
Who'll get the second half underway. Can he put it away? It's opened up for him, and a goal! That will do it. They've been pushing for it, and now they've been rewarded.
And that is timed to perfection. The ball is run off for 4 runs. And that's a Skaya. Brilliant job by the batsman. 6 runs.
As you can see, the temperature of this box rises into the 90s during gameplay, and this throttles its graphics rendering performance, resulting in shaky gameplay. So it's recommended that you apply a cooling fan to solve this issue. Here I'm using a cooling fan and it keeps the temperatures within the 60s. I also got gamepad key mapping apps to work without issues. Let's now look at some benchmarks and where it ranks on my chart. First, its RAM and internal storage read and write speeds. It has a RAM copy speed of 3455 megabytes per second, 105 megabytes per second read speed, and 31 megabytes per second write speed for its internal storage. These scores are consistent with boxes that fall within the medium grade category. For Wi-Fi speeds, I tested it on my 250 megabits per second network, and the 5 GHz band only achieved 60% of my maximum speed, and the 2.4 GHz band achieved only 18%. As for the Ethernet LAN port, this test proves that it is a gigabit LAN port as it achieved 100% of my speed. These are its Geekbench 4 single-core and multi-core CPU benchmarks. And again, nothing special here as these scores are consistent with medium grade boxes. In the Antutu benchmark, it scored 87,159. And here are the scores from the 3DMax graphics benchmark. As usual, the iStorm Extreme in the 5000s and the Slingshot Extreme just below 400. So that's the last of the benchmarks. Let's now see where it ranks on my chart. So the scores are in, and the Transpeed X4 is at position 27 based on its Antutu benchmark score, which is right around the same position as the Airbox model. This chart contains all of the TV boxes I've reviewed since 2020, and it provides all of the features and performance scores to assist you in choosing the right TV box. I also provide coupons and price comparison using these links right here. You can find this chart using the link provided in the description directly below this video. And finally, as an accessory, bundled with this purchase, you get a 2.4 GHz wireless mini touchpad keyboard with backlit keys. In summarizing the features and performance of this model, I will have to say that it's one of the better TV boxes you can purchase on the market today. It has similar features to that of Yugo's and A95X models, such as its root switch and hardware monitor feature. It's also running on the latest Android 11 operating system and adopts a hybrid firmware. Areas where I was not satisfied is in its Wi-Fi reception being a bit below average. It does not have screen orientation to portrait mode, it lacks DRM support to play Netflix in HD, and it overheats during gaming that requires a cooling fan. However, please note, it does not overheat during normal operation such as streaming movies and TV shows. So that brings to an end my review. Transpeed is offering this bundle on Amazon currently at 19% off the actual price, so see the link in the description below this video to take advantage before stocks run out. Also, if you would like to compare the performance of this TV box to similar models along with their prices, you can do so on my blog using the link in the description along with the unedited version of this video with bonus content. So as always, thanks for watching. Give this video the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I only ask one favor of you that would greatly assist me in delivering more TV Box videos, and that is to hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notifications bell to be in the know as to when I release a new TV Box video or decide to do a giveaway. Thanks again for watching and see you in the next one.